Welcome to the fourth match. This hand is amazing against any interactive deck, and it's got the acceleration that we would want out of anything. Anyways, unfortunately, we would want to lead on a manland here, but we're not allowed to. We wouldn't be able to play Drum and Signal Pest in the same turn. We need the extra artifact of Darksteel Citadel to turn on the Opal. This is somewhat unfortunate, but we still have a turn 2 Etch Champion if it doesn't get Thoughtseized away. Please don't Thoughtseize me. That's a shame. Alright, well, now this matchup gets a lot trickier. I think Moth Nexus is going to present the better clock. We can do next turn Link Moth, activate Ink Moth, pump the Ink Moth, swing for 3 poison because of the Signal Pest. And Ghost Quarter, not what we want to see either. Search that. Got a Master of Ethereum. I don't think they're going to be able to Ghost Quarter the Ink Moth this turn. Seems a little bit too greedy for them. On mana, you might see a Path to Exile, or a packet to enable a Fatal Push. They definitely would have Pathed the Master if they had it that turn, I think. There's no reason to sandbag it to prevent us from getting like an extra mana next turn or something. We're already flooded on mana. So I would assume they have no path or push. Overseer remains excellent. Because I'm presenting a large regular damage clock, I actually want to force them to use the Ghost Quarter on the Ink Moth Nexus, so that the Blink Moth Nexus can get there in the end. Afterwards, well, perhaps they drew into the path. They could have had it all along. It would have been a weird play, but I suppose they could have wanted me to draw into the mountain, or decide that saving 1 poison wasn't sufficient. Reason to path at that turn. Yeah, Thought-Knots here probably. Lingering Souls. Normally that would be extremely annoying, but we have Steel Overseer. It's not that big of a deal. See, what do we want to do? We attack with... So what we do is we attack with Ink Moth. If they... so we attack with Ink Moth. And then if they double block, we activate Steel Overseer and pump it with Blink Moth Nexus and kill both of the spirits for free. If they single block, then we can get more value by activating the Blink Moth Nexus and getting an extra +1/+1 counter. And if they don't block at all, then we can instant speed equip Cranial Plating for lethal. Here we can activate the Blink Moth. And get our +1/+1 counter value. And we might as well whip 2 Signal Pest. Alright, so the second Lingering Souls and tap land. I think we hold back the Signal Past, play the Vault Scourge. I'm fine making him triple block a land, if he wants to trade that way. I'd rather keep the Signal Pest alive, though. I'm fine trading off either of the lands, because this deck has Ghost Quarters and multiple of them. And also, if I clear out all of the spirits, then I'm in very good shape. And he has to sacrifice all of the spirits to kill one of the two lands. Good trade for us. Yep. So he trades all of the spirits for that, and I imagine would also not killing the Inkmoth Nexus yet. Interesting. I think I somewhat disagree with this decision, because you know that you're going to want to Ghost Quarter the Inkmoth Nexus anyways next turn. He has to deal with it or die now, so he's not able to use the Ghost Quarter mana for anything. Or he's gonna cast another set of Lingering Souls. Or so now, obviously, pumping these things and attacking. He's forced to put one blocker on the Inkmoth Nexus, so because of that, he cannot possibly kill the Signal Pest. He could triple block the Vault Scourge to kill it after jumping here, and then he takes 13 going to 4, or he jump blocks 3 times. So he is willing to go down to 4 life, which I think is a perfectly acceptable trade for us. We still have a whole lot of lethal attackers. And we win. So, as we saw, no basics out of him. Blood Moons are good. Etched Champions remain good against him. The grids. So he... it's funny because their deck plays the Eldrazi land. Some of them are much heavier on Eldrazi than the others. I think we could cut the Etched Champion in case he is the heavier Eldrazi version. Get some Memnites and some Ravagers. Go, maybe keep in some versions. Keep in a couple Galvanic Blasts. If they have Eldrazi Displacer, it's so hard to beat it without Galvanic Blast, and I think every black-white version of that deck runs Eldrazi Displacer. There's some that lean more towards the Eldrazi side, and some that lean more towards the Hate Bears side, and then some that are doing the Tide Hollow Sculler processor thing. Looks reasonable. Hopefully I can slam one of the red enchantments and just ride to victory off that. Maybe I should have got the Welding Jar. So, this is a fine hand. It just has a lot of evasive threats. And a lot of times, decks that are playing white might rely entirely too much on winning through Stony Silence and cast the Stony Silence and expect to win. And sometimes you can just get them by playing a hand that doesn't really have a lot of activated abilities. It gets trickier since we know he has lots of Lingering Souls, but yeah, see, here I'm reading a greedy hand that wants to rely really heavily on Stony Silence and is getting punished for it. Like, probably kept a one-lander with Stony Silence, decided, hey, if I get Stony Silence, I win. Could be a path to exile, probably, on the Signal Pest. Sure. Possible this a situation where I get punished by being sloppy for playing these two cards before attacks, because he might have saved his path to exile if he didn't know if I was going to play a 2-drop or not. But here you can also claim me being sloppy for playing the not leaving untapped mountain, but 1 damage doesn't matter. I'm off my life. And here we just keep playing out all of our things like Ornithopters, because if we draw a Master, then we don't want to miss out 1 damage for sandbagging an Ornithopter in hand. And here comes the Stony Silence. No? No Stony Silence. Interesting. What could he have? Well, regardless of what he could have, I have a Gear for 8th Grid. Zealous Persecution to kill my 1 Vault Scourge. Sure. All yours. I've got 2 damage at the end of his turn. And then another 4 in hand, another 2, that gets up to 8. Activate the Blink Moth for 9. So he's dead unless he has some kind of good interaction. Which is not that, because Stony Silence does nothing against Gear for 8th Grid. 7. Three. 2. 1. And we are now 4-0. Haven't lost a game.